I'm waiting for you.
Yeah, I got some for you too.
I got some shit for you.
I got some. You be saying.
No, you. We can do it now then.
Let's do it.
You be saying and playing around like it's not you. I'm on to you. I've watched you. Okay. I've been sitting here for a minute. I let it slide because I don't play them COE games. But I like to let people know that I see what they doing. Now, if you continue to do it and I let you know I see it, I will respond. I'm not with the shooting. I don't do that.
Just clarify. We got to stop picking and choosing. If you feel that way towards me, if you can't pick and choose with me because I'm gonna just keep going. Anything that I say to you is not a disrespect to anybody that you love. It's more like, hey yo, shout out to Mr. Peace or shout out to what's going on.
Don't shout my woman out if I can't shout yours out. You don't let anyone speak about your wife or your children at all. You don't respect the boundaries.
It's not okay. Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm speaking to a person that chooses to step over the boundary. Leave my family out of your joke.
Oh, and they like dishing it out. I know. I know it is.
And hiding behind it. That's my problem.
Yeah, puppet. Doing the puppet.
I don't like that shit.
Yeah, he gonna get him. You gonna get him too. See, this is your fault.
He's talking about Flip.
And there was even foreshadowing earlier in this episode.
Yeah, keep tracking some niggas.
Why the dog in Brooklyn?
Right in my list.
Listen to this. Ice had clearly been stewing over this for a minute. I honestly think he was losing sleep, mad as hell, thinking, damn, Flip, why you keep doing this? So Ice pulled Flip to the side and said, yo, when you start talking about my girl, don't even go there. The moment you bring up Miss Peace, I'm already over it. Stop it. And get this, he even claimed Flip was the only one who brought up his girl. Now let's be real, that's not totally accurate because Joe does it too. But here's the thing, all the cast seems obsessed with it. It's a topic they all want to dissect. But Ice, he's like, nah, you can't go there. One thing I will give Ice credit for, though, is that even when Joe and others poke fun at missing Peace, it's different with Joe because he's actually Ice's friend. Flip, not so much. Yeah, they call each other brother and say love you on camera, but let's be honest, that's just for show. And Flip, he's known for taking things way too far. Remember when Melissa Ford was on the pod and Flip was joking with her the same way Joe does? And yes, Joe joked about her mom in that maid program fiasco, but just because Joe gets a pass doesn't mean Flip can do the same. Flip is Flip. He's not Joe Budden. And naturally, the Joe Budden podcast is going to give Joe more leeway. He owns it. Same as when Flip's on Flip the Network. He can swing jokes other people can't. Flip should know this, so why call him out specifically if everyone pushes boundaries? Leverage. Flip's in a rough spot. He's basically been neutered by the upper management at the pod. Ian and Joe told him chill, because when it's go time, you might get cut, and you need this check. You need the exposure to fuel your other moves, and your antics, they're not welcome anymore. Now think about this. Why hasn't Flip been shading the fans like he used to? He used to attack everyone on Twitter, threaten me, stalk my family info, even confront fans in real life, and throw shots at the Joe Budden TV community. Poof, gone. Almost like it's part of a deal with the pod. Do the math. Could Queenzflip have signed paperwork agreeing not to disrespect the fans who literally promote the show? Because let's be honest, he hasn't matured. He doesn't even believe this is real. But to Joe, those fans, they're the PR team. Hurt them and you hurt the business. Here's the kicker. Ice knows Flip has to play ball. He can't afford beef with another cast member. Mark already isn't feeling him. Joe sometimes on him, and Ish, probably the only one holding him down with Ice. That just pushes Flip to act like the disruptive cast member, the one who derails the flow. But one thing people are sleeping on in the Ice versus Flip saga, Mark Lamont Hill and Flip have been clashing too. These two, they were going at it again, and Mark was low-key stirring the pot, throwing lines like, oh, you fold, Flip.
Cool, I'm gonna just translate.
The jokes are the jokes.
Stop
Anything
bitching.
that I say to you is not a disrespect to anybody that you love or that you deal with. It's more like,
hey, you're my man, I love you.
He folded. It's okay.
But Flip basically called out Mark for not being solid. He said Mark doesn't set clear boundaries like Ice does. Instead, he bottles up moments of disrespect, keeping some kind of mental ledger, just waiting for the right time to strike back.
So I'm gonna get him as well.
No.
But the reason why I don't play with him is because, hold on, let me say this too.
No, but we joke back and forth.
The reason why I don't play with him is because he said that I said something before that was like, he told him that I said something before that was out of line, and he never came to me. So when I heard that I did that, I said I'm not gonna play with him like that. I don't want to play. If a nigga ain't gonna come to me and tell me, I don't really care.
Now that was wild. Even Mark Lamont Hill looked straight up confused. And the fact that this kind of resentment bubbled up against Mark during an argument with me, that was very telling. It just goes to show there's still tension simmering, and we might be looking at another blow-up that could get Flip suspended, one where you definitely wouldn't want to see him on the pod for a week or two, especially now that he's only on once a week. And let's be real, that's also very strategic. If Flip misses an episode, he's out for a week, but he still gets paid. We'll see how long that lasts. Fans are mostly siding with Flip, which makes sense because Ice is picking and choosing, letting Joe make jokes about missing Peace, but silently policing Flip, which is a little grimy if you ask me. Still, I get it because Flip can get downright nasty. His argument that Joe Budden gets away with it? Not solid, because Joe literally owns the show. Now, I know we don't want double standards, but look at Flip's network. He does wild things to his own members, leading to fallout over disrespect and feeling undervalued. So I can see why Ice has to lay down clear boundaries for Flip. Joe does it one way, Flip another, it just compounds the problem. If a boundary is already set, why poke it? Ice even pointed out no one can bring up Flip's family, so why is Flip able to do the same? Alright y'all, let me know your thoughts on this. One thing we need to isolate, and probably make another video about, is how Flip called out Mark Lamont Hill. Flip said, "You're so sensitive. You don't set your boundaries, you hoard them to use against me later." And I honestly think Mark is going to do exactly what Flip predicted, hold it and strike back. But here's the twist. Mark is sharp, quick-witted, so people hold resentment, and Flip keeps hyping it with, "I'm gonna crack you." The only time Flip actually hit Mark when he planted the idea that Mark might be negotiating a higher raise behind the scenes. Genius move. That little seed could make the cast and the audience look at Mark sideways. But Mark, he fired back hard, and that hit Flip like a death of 1,000 cuts. We'll see how everyone rebounds from this. And get this, they were talking about the 520 podcast and the Jeff Teague versus Zaire Franklin drama, so tension literally begot tension. Keep your eyes peeled for Mark versus Flip Part 2, because everyone knew Flip versus Ice was brewing. And one last note, Flip and Ice have clashed before, and it got really nasty, with Flip straight up barking at Ice.
For the bullshit.
Listening to niggas,
Yeah,
the camera on me.
No, it does.
A good sleep don't do that, nigga.
A good sleep get you ready for the bullshit.
Listening to niggas,
A good
saying,
sleep
yo,
ready for
you
the
let the
bullshit.
niggas do that to you up there, nigga. So you gonna say something.
Hey,
And you
Flip,
fine,
that's
shoot
you
today.
that
That's you,
can't be
nigga.
yourself, nigga.
I am me, nigga.
Now here's the crazy part. This really shows how much leverage Flip had lost at that point. Back then, he could curse Ice out and not care because he still had some power to throw around.